If it ain't really nothing good to say, what your parents used to say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Okay, so we're here. Welcome to my channel. Okay, I was supposed to do this 2 months ago, but we're not gonna talk about that. Now, I had this little mic. This is take 2 because I don't think this mic is working, and I don't want to record. I don't want to record this whole video, and then my mic is not even working. That's gonna be a sad story, and we're not gonna do that. Okay, so this might just be in here just to be cute, but it's not actually on because I like it. Anyway, so we're starting a new series, first video on the channel, and I thought about doing an introduction video, but I decided that no, why, for what? Okay, we're just hopping right in. At this point, we just gonna dive right in. Okay, if y'all new here, of course, I'm gonna introduce myself. I believe you should too. I'm Moesha. I'm the creator. I have a clothing brand, and I also share with people how to start their own clothing brands, and as well as how to start selling digital products. So if you coming up from TikTok, you know this ain't nothing new, but it's new over here to YouTube. Okay, so we're starting a whole new series called Card Chronicles. It was supposed to be called something else, but I don't remember what it was gonna be called. It was a cooler name than Card Chronicles, honestly, but I don't remember what it's supposed to be. But the whole point of this Card Chronicles car series is we're going to be recording in the car, obviously, but we're also going to be recording and helping you start side hustles. Now, I really shouldn't say like side hustles as if it's going to be so many, because I only talk about 2 particular side hustles at the moment, and I like to stick with those and break those down. And the reason that I talk about those is simply because it's something that I've been doing, and I've been doing for a long period of time. So I feel like I'm able to talk about it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Me. Anyway, so we're going to start this off. We're going to go deep into it. The first thing that we're going to talk about is, of course, print on demand. If you read the title, you already know we're talking about print on demand as your side hustles. I'm going to be sharing this side hustle or whatever side hustle going forward for beginners, okay? Which means you. So if you're not a beginner, if you don't feel like you're a beginner, you can leave the video. But if you do feel like you're a beginner, then this is for you, okay? If you have bought any of my webinars, you know the first thing that I'm going to start with is going to be your mindset. Okay, now I'm trying to learn how to stop looking at this thing and start looking at this thing, but it's very challenging. Anyway, the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is always gonna be your mindset, because everybody know when you come over here, and I think that we really use that for other people when we're talking about other people or thinking about other people or whatever. But I think we need to use that for ourselves too. If you don't have nothing nice to say to yourself, don't say nothing at all. No, don't even, I mean nothing. Don't say not a thing. Okay. And I meant it. So, like I said, if you did purchase a webinar, you know I am going to talk about your mindset first, because that is going to be one of the most powerful things that you could pretty much utilize when it comes to starting any side hustle, any business, any extra income stream that you are going to start. I'm always going to tell you this as well. Anything new is going to be uncomfortable. Anything that you've never done before, anything that you've never seen before, is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be challenging. It's going to take a little time to get adjusted, but I promise you it's okay. It's okay. You're going to make it, all right? Now, since we're talking about print on demand, I'm going to try to make this short and simple and to the point. A lot of people still don't know about print on demand, but I'm about to just give you the rundown. It's extremely popular in my opinion, maybe because I do it, and it's like I'm seeing it way more and more in the past years. I've been doing print on demand since about 2017. I rebranded my own brand in 2020, and I strictly decided to stick with print on demand in 2020. So if you don't know, print on demand is literally exactly what it sounds like. Printing on demand, printing when it's needed, right? So that means you're not buying any inventory up front. You're not buying any heat press or transfers or Crickets or whatever y'all doing. Mostly inventory. People seem to be buying a whole bunch of inventory but don't know how to push out this inventory. So your biggest thing is, it's not necessarily buying the equipment, it's buying the inventory that you don't know will sell for sure. And you don't have to do that with print on demand. A lot of people start with print on demand in the beginning and then they venture off and do their own thing, and that's great, that's good. Some people like to do that. They like to start in the beginning so they don't have to spend all that money up front, and then once they start making the money while using print on demand, they then venture out and do their thing. Okay, this is just a beginner friendly way if you want to start something out but don't have a whole bunch of money or don't want the workload of creating and fulfilling and shipping. You know, it's just different reasons why people choose print on demand, and I'm just giving you another option versus just you think that you have this one option of buying all this inventory and heat pressing and shipping stuff for yourself. Okay, we're past those days. We have more resources out here. We have more options out here. Okay, so just say that you have a print on demand store and you want to get started. Okay, how does print on demand actually work? What is print on demand? First of all, like I just said, print on demand is exactly what it sounds like, printing on demand. If I look over here, this means I got notes. Okay, we in the car, you got to watch your back still, make sure my door's locked, and I'm looking at my phone. All right, so it's literally printing on demand. Like I said, no inventory, no shipping, no fulfilling. You just basically the middleman. If you want to compare it to drop shipping, then it's definitely similar to drop shipping, right? So just say that you have a website. Let's go with Shopify because that's going to be the number one I recommend. At this point, Shopify, you should be sponsoring me, okay? So just say that you have Shopify. You're going to then link your Shopify to your print on demand company that you choose. I use Printful. I've been using Printful for years now. There's also another one I recommend, which is PRINTFUL. They're the most popular ones, of course, but like I said, I've been using Printful for a couple of years. So you're going to link your Shopify to your print on demand company. Once you do that, if a customer decides to order from you, they will order through your website and it will go directly to that print on demand company. They will then start fulfilling it, shipping it, and creating it for you. You are the middleman. You are hands off. You didn't have to buy inventory. You didn't have to create anything. You didn't have to fulfill anything. You did not have to do anything, right? Besides the back end stuff, of course. But you knocked the front end out of the way, which is a lot of times for new beginners takes most of their time when they should be focused on the marketing part and getting brand awareness out there. So because they did all that for you, you have more time to put into getting your brand out there, creating brand awareness. Even if you want to do some pop-up shops, even if you want to do some networking, whatever you want to do to get your brand out there versus being stuck creating, fulfilling, and shipping orders, right? So they will then fulfill it, like I said, ship it and get it out for you. This is great for people. It's not only just great if you feel like you don't have a lot of money to put into starting the whole brand and buying inventory and all this stuff in the beginning, but it's also great if that's the workload that you want to choose to do. For me, I love my freedom and I love my money. So I wanted to choose a workload that allowed me to have my freedom, which means I can't be stuck in an office shipping and fulfilling and creating orders, okay? Which means I don't want to be even hire employees. I don't want to be not necessarily stuck there, but I don't want to have to go there to check on stuff, to look around. I don't want to do none of that, okay? I don't want to do none of that. Mind you, you have to make these decisions for yourself. I'm holding this mic like it's really attached to the thing, okay? But you have to make these decisions for yourself. I always say this on my live, is that when you come over here to me, I just give you sound experience, advice, and that's pretty much it. You can take it and go make your decision. Go take it and put it on a scale, weigh it out to your decision. That's pretty much it, okay? Another thing with print on demand, let me look at my notes so I can stay on track, because I don't be staying on track, okay? I really don't. Is how to get started with print on demand. When you get started with print on demand, it is free. Getting started with print on demand does not cost you any money. Okay, when I say any money, let me break this down for you. So when I say it don't cost you any money, it means that signing up for a print on demand company is free. Of course, if you decide to buy a product, y'all, obviously it's not free, but the sign up is free. Now, if you want to sign up, I am going to put a link in the description box for you to sign up using my affiliate link, okay? But signing up is free. Now, the only thing that I recommend at the beginning, which is the only thing that you're basically going to be paying for to start this brand off, well, not the only thing, but just to name a few, is your legalization, which could be your sole proprietorship, your LLC. That is the only thing that I recommend going ahead and start in the beginning and getting samples, but we're going to get there, is because you don't want to backtrack. And when you sign up for Shopify, you can sign up without all of this legalization and information. But when it's time to get your money, and if customers start rolling in and products start being on hold because maybe the bank account that you attached is no money in it, or you don't have the customer's money, Shopify is going to hold that money. They're going to hold your money, y'all. They're going to hold it until you can put in your legalization, which is your sole proprietorship, whatever legalization you choose to go with, y'all. LLC is not the only one out here, but whichever one you choose to go with. If you don't have that locked in a system, they're not going to release your money, okay? So I just would rather you go ahead and get it done in the front end, so you don't be holding no customers' orders up. You can't, money. It's like backtracking, and it's like, why? Okay. Of course, I would recommend you always get samples. Always. There's no way around that. It's non-negotiable, okay? It's just set in stone. It just wouldn't make sense to not get samples. But you can sign up immediately through their website, through this Printful website. And what you can do is, Shopify, to my knowledge at this moment, has a deal going on. It's $1 a month for 3 months. Matter of fact, okay, so we're gonna go to I'm just gonna check to see if Shopify still has that. Okay, yeah, so they still have that 3 months. So you're getting Shopify 3 months, $1 a month. If y'all don't sign up for that, because they've been around a couple months, actually, since Black Friday, I think, because I started a brand new store, I think close to the end of Black Friday, because I took advantage of that $1 a month for 3 months. Okay, so you can sign up for Shopify. Once you do that, you're going to link this company right here. I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all. Hopefully this gets situated right. This is what you're going to link to your Shopify store. They have so many options, y'all. I mean, let's find some. I usually focus on sweatshirts, t-shirts, and hoodies, because that's what I sell. But they have so many other options. I mean, they have pillows, they have canvas sets, they have candles, they have blankets. It's so many options that they have that you can just really just play around with and make your own brand with. Now, a lot of people did say they feel like print on demand, their pricing is too much. But here's my thing when it comes to pricing. And like I said, if you're not new here, maybe if you coming over from TikTok and you catch my lives all the time, you know I say this, so this is not anything new. Stop counting these people's pockets. I'm acting like this might work. Not only stop counting their pockets, but stop being so focused on the amount something is. And I say that very lightly. The reason I say it lightly is absolutely, I believe in shopping around. I believe that if there's a vendor that could do it a little bit cheaper and the quality is still there that you desire, then absolutely choose another vendor. But everything has went up in price, y'all. Everything. I mean, from the eggs, I'm gonna keep talking about these eggs because that's just ridiculous. From the eggs to the dirt on the ground, everything has increased in pricing. So if you still around here trying to sell $5 t-shirts as a brand new business owner, I don't know what to tell you. At this point, I really don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So we just gonna have to do something else about that. I'm more comfortable looking over here than looking right here. So excuse me if feel like I'm looking back and forth. But my thing is, a lot of y'all are not pricing your products correctly anyway. That is why you feel like either the pricing with print on demand may be too much, or you feel like you're not making a good profit. And if you catch my lives, then I definitely break down how to price your products. It's not like set in stone, y'all, but it's just an example sometimes of how I price my products. But a lot of y'all are scared to price your products the right way. A lot of y'all are just throwing out numbers and you don't know your fixed costs. You don't know any overhead costs that you have. You don't know any costs that you have. You don't know any card transaction fees that your website have. You don't know any domestic or international fees. You don't know any of this. You have that buy now pay later on your website, but you don't know what fees they have hidden. You don't know any of this. So how can you really say at the end of the day, when a customer orders, all that money is going towards these hidden fees and stuff that you don't know that you have because you didn't properly price your products anyway? So that's why you could say you're not making any money with print on demand. But you could definitely make money with print on demand. I'm gonna put an example on the screen. So since we have already hopped into like the basic things, I want to hop into something like marketing really quick when it comes to print on demand, because obviously I feel like a lot of people have that issue with that area. And when you think marketing, some people think just sitting around a table, you know, being in corporate America type of business suit every time you hear the word marketing. But marketing is what you make it. And I say that in a way because if you are starting out and you don't have a whole bunch of money, that means you most likely don't have a marketing budget. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not Amazon, I'm not eBay, I'm not these big top companies that have billions of dollars set aside just for marketing, right? So you got to get creative. Our resources are not limited. I want us to stop thinking that just because you might not have a whole bunch of money to put into these certain things, your resources are not limited. Okay, you may have to do a little digging and dodging, you might have to do a little, you know, digging for your resources, but they are not limited. Just because you don't have the capital for it, they're not too limited. You just have to get creative until you get to that certain goal that you're trying to get to. So if you are having a print on demand store, I'm going to give you one way that I would recommend to start off with your marketing. It's really just the basic part, because there's so much more that goes into marketing. But this is just to get your brand out there, which is what you're going to be doing in the beginning. It's called brand awareness. So what I would recommend that you do is to find influencers. Now, I know it seems very cliche. I know it seems impossible. And I know it seems like you probably ain't gonna be able to afford that either. But let me tell you something. You are going to be finding influencers that are still willing to take a product in exchange for a post. Now, there are influencers out there. I use them. I've had influencers that I've sent like a $20-something product, and I was able to make a couple thousand off of them from them just posting, and I only sent them a $20-something product, right? So there are influencers out here that is willing to take a product in exchange for a post. There's no harm in asking. That's all you got to do is ask. It's either yes, I would do it, or no, I don't do it. Now make sure that you are protecting yourself and your brand by actually getting contracts with these influencers as well, so everything will be set in stone. Well, we don't just want to be sending out free product. Learn from me. We ain't just trying to be sending out free products just because we think it's cute. We trying to flip. We trying to make our money, right? So when you are looking for these influencers, don't be so stuck on the numbers. I don't know. I feel like it's 2023. I don't understand why we still stuck on numbers and how many followers somebody got. Followers don't mean money, and followers do not mean influence. Followers don't mean money, and followers do not mean influence. There are a lot of people out here who have a lot of followers but have absolutely no influence, which means that you can send your product to them all day long, but their audience is not going to buy. Maybe because their audience is there for kicks and giggles and they just want to laugh. They're not there to buy anything. Maybe because their audience just maybe don't trust them, you know, maybe because they haven't really built a relationship, but they built following. Like, you don't necessarily know specifically why, but at the end of the day, look in their comments, see if people are asking where they get their stuff from, see if people are saying stuff like, you have these influencers who are really everybody else's internet besties, y'all. That's what people call them. They feel like they family and they ain't ever met them a day in their life. So I go in the comments and I'm looking and they like, oh, I missed you, where you been, where you get that from, I bought it, you convinced me. That's the stuff that you looking for, right? You also want to find these influencers that don't really know they influencers yet, and that's what I love. Like, they don't know they're influencers yet, which means they're up and coming and they still have a very good relationship with their audience. So they still built that trust with their audience, but they are not necessarily taking any brand collaborations that you see. So they will take one if you ask them, but they're not promoting everybody's products right now. So you have to find those influencers that don't necessarily know they're influencers yet, but willing to take a product in exchange for a post, if that makes sense. Okay, so I hope that this video helped just a little bit on at least giving you the basics on starting with print on demand in some sort of way, in some sort of fashion. Okay, I tried to make this short and sweet because I always say I'm gonna cut my videos down, even on my lives, and I'll be on there forever. So y'all probably should come meet me over there too. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all next time for another car series. I don't know what they're gonna be yet, but if you are interested in learning just a little bit more in depth about starting your print on demand store from the beginning to the end, like what they be saying, from the rooter to the tutor, then I'm going to also link my print on demand t-shirt webinar down below. It's 1 hour and you get a whole heap of information in that 1 hour, everything that you need to start from the beginning to the end. Mind you, this is focused on print on demand, not heat pressing, not etc., not none of that. It's mostly focused on print on demand. Okay, all right, so I'll talk to y'all later and I'll see y'all next time.